Imagine having the optimal performance schedule. And what if, as part of that schedule, you had large chunks of time blocked out each week to work on the most important things? Things like key projects and key priorities in your business and for your goals. Well, that's strategic time. And if you're ready to have it, let's get after it. If you had time during your day to get all of the important stuff done, what if you had a work week that allowed you to work on your highest priorities and leave you a bunch of free time? Well, that's the idea behind the optimal performance schedule. Now, the optimal performance schedule is made up of 5 components. There is planning time, there's strategic time, there's performance time, there's productivity time, and there's cushion time. That may seem like a lot to put in a weekly calendar, but we're going to lay it out over time, and what you're going to find is a lot of free time is created by focusing on those 5 blocks. Today, we're going to focus specifically on strategic time. So what is strategic time? Strategic time is time to work on your business and on yourself. Most of us get caught up in the day-to-day tactics, the busyness of life, that we don't take the time to really work on what's important. That's what strategic time is designed for. And because of that, it's a large block. So strategic time in your weekly schedule is going to be 1 3-hour block. It's not 3 1-hour blocks or 2 1.5-hour blocks. It's one continuous 3-hour block that we're going to put in your schedule. Now you may be asking, how are we going to do that? Stay with us. I'll show you some tips here as we get along in this. But what I really want you to focus on right now is what are we going to do during strategic time. So strategic time is that 3-hour block. And during that 3-hour block, we're going to do 5 things. The first is we want to reconnect with our vision for our business and our life. Is it still compelling? Is it clear? Is it simple? And then we want to review, as part of looking at that vision, we want to review our annual goals. Are they still in line with that vision? Are they still important to us? Next, we're going to take a look at our quarterly projects. So as we're working towards our annual goals, we're going to break it down into quarterly projects that we can take action on every single day. So we want to review our progress on our quarterly projects. Are we making progress? Are we falling behind? Do we need to adjust our tactics? What are our lead and lag indicators telling us? The next piece would be to assess performance breakdowns. It's great to have a plan, but as Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the face. So we know we're going to have performance breakdowns. We want to take time each week to look at what those are. If our progress is slow, if we're not making progress in the right direction, what's getting in the way? What are our breakdowns? And what are the causes of those breakdowns? So this is not a time to judge or feel bad. It's a time to look at what's not working, what the cause is of that, and then try to eliminate that cause so that we can make progress. Now, all of those combined, reviewing your vision, reviewing your goals, looking at the projects, assessing your breakdowns, that's going to take about 30 minutes to 60 minutes each week. Once we get past that, we're going to spend the bulk of our time working on the most important things for us to focus on this week to accomplish our key projects. So it really is high priority time. What are the most important things we can be focused on? This is not a time to do paperwork. It's not a time to do lead generation. It's not a time to return client calls. This is a time to work on your business, about 2 to 2.5 hours. And if we've gotten through and we've gotten all the important priorities done for our key projects, then we use the bulk of that time for personal and professional development. What type of training can we take? What books do we want to read? How about podcasts that we want to listen to? If we carve out 3 hours a week of strategic time, we're going to make a ton of progress. Now, here's the thing about the 3-hour part of the week. Some of us are wired to work 3 hours straight. So we're perpetual in our energy. Some of us are more finite in our energy. We need closure, and maybe we work in shorter sprints. We can work in shorter sprints during that 3-hour time block. So for example, for me, it's better for me to work in 9 30-minute sprints within that 3-hour time block. So work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, and then come back, and maybe I'm on the same project, or maybe I'm on a different project, but work 25 focused minutes and take a 5-minute break. Some people, it's 3 hours straight, and the 3 hours go by like that. And then for some others, it's somewhere in the middle. So the key is not to imprison yourself in this 3-hour block. The key is to allow this 3-hour strategic block to create freedom for you. We want to keep the 3 hours in your calendar. You can break it up however you want, as long as you're focused on the most important part of your business and your life.